Ruslan.
Dr. Jordan Peterson did a fire interview on the Roommates YouTube channel with my guy, Hafiz. He's been on the channel before. If you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, he is a psychologist. He's written all kinds of amazing books. He's been right on the cusp of fully embracing the gospel. I'm not sure where he is with Jesus, but he's definitely right on the cusp. I believe his daughter recently came to Jesus, and he has a lot of good things to say that are congruent with a biblical worldview. And I wanted to show you guys this clip. This conversation was brilliant. Shout out to my man Hafiz. You guys should really go watch the whole thing, show him some love. Ask him when our interview is dropping, because I was on the Roommates with him. I'm not sure when it's coming out. And I wanted to point out one part that I think is kind of a gut check to the Manosphere community from Jordan Peterson. I did not expect this from him.
Something else I've been hearing, Dr. Peterson, a lot of young men have been sharing with me, and I'm not sure how much you've heard of it or experienced it. They've been sharing that, that they feel as though the average woman has no desire for the average male, and that because of things like social media, online dating, things along those lines, as well as just some of the female empowerment, where a lot of women have this is what they say, an elevated sense of self, that now they feel like they're above a lot of these average males, which also contributes to a disparity between young adults being able to connect and form meaningful relationships.
This is the red pill Manosphere narrative. Average women don't want average men. This is Kevin Samuels. Ma'am, what is your height? What is your size? You're average at best, right? And Hafiz is saying, hey, listen, this is the thing that's happening. Average women don't want average men. What is going on? And listen to Jordan Peterson's response.
Women are more picky in their mate choices than men, especially sexually. That's the case in every culture. And it's not surprising, because women have more at stake sexually than men do, per episode, because men don't get pregnant, obviously. And so that female pickiness is, that's the case. That's definitely true. Whether it's worse now or not, I doubt if it is.
All we've been hearing from is how it's so much worse. It's so much harder. 100 years ago, an average man can get an average woman. It's so much harder. And now, Jordan Peterson pushes back and says, I'm not sure if it is.
I doubt if it is. I would say to young men who are irritated at women is, if you're irritated at women, as a class of creature, there's something wrong with you, because
if you're irritated at women, there's something wrong with you. I didn't say it. Jordan Peterson said it. Go write him an angry message.
They're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
Wow.
Now, that...
Hafiz is like, wow. Jordan Peterson said women are right. I would have never thought. This exchange is incredible.
I know that's a terrible thing to say, and I know perfectly well. It wasn't like I was particularly successful with girls when I was young. So I know what that rejection is like. I know what that fear is like. I don't know it as well as some men know it, because I wasn't rejected outright. What you have to understand is that, what do you expect from women? If you got pregnant because you had sex, you'd be pretty damn choosy too.
Fellas, listen up.
So, clue in a bit. And then, well, don't they find you attractive? Well, maybe you're not. Have you paid attention to how you dress? Do you have a plan? Are you as educated as you could be?
Jordan Peterson said it. I didn't say it. He said it.
Are you a liar? Are you a rabid pornography user? Because maybe that's undermining your motivation to seek out a woman and grow yourself up. It's like, if you're rejected constantly and you're out there really trying, because that's another thing to ask yourself is, well, how many women have you actually asked out? And are you so sure that you're not picking women who will certainly reject you because you're trying to bat out of your league? Because you might be. So, and I'm speaking about this as a clinician too, because I had plenty of men in my practice who were, radically unsuccessful with women. Pornography is a big problem. Mm-hmm. It's a big problem. It's a real curse, that pornography, in my opinion.
This man Jordan Peterson put all the weight of the world on men in this video. I've been saying this on the channel. I think the standard is higher for men. Call that sexist if you want to, but I just think men are called to a higher standard. And apparently Jordan Peterson agrees.
But if you were better, you'd be more successful with women. So you have to have that in your mind, and they're not. You cannot be angry at women. It's stupid. Women, it's like women being angry at men. It's a sign of psychological trouble.
Yo, he went as far as to say that if you are angry at women, there is psychological trouble there. I want so desperately to see Kevin Samuels and Jordan Peterson sit down and hash this out, because I feel like there is so much toxicity around this topic. And I feel like Jordan Peterson just came with this swift Wu-Tang into the 36 chambers sword and was just chopping necks. Let's keep going.
For the men who are complaining about the standards of women today and it being elevated, that it's not so much a focus of pointing the finger at them not choosing them, but more so looking in the mirror and asking themselves what can they do to improve themselves to be so desirable, instead of focusing simply in.
Sounds like a lot of what we talk about here on this channel, doesn't it? Hey, take care of yourself. Hey, get your skills up. Why? So you can earn some more money. Why? So you can eat better. Why? So you can lose some weight. Why? So you can get in shape. Why? So you could be a better, more desirable candidate for someone of the opposite sex.
On the inability of, you know, what
be
you're
a little
through today.
stronger. Be a little stronger, dress a little better, speak a little more clearly, aim a little higher, and practice that, and that'll work. Now, I know that that's more difficult for some people than others, because some people bear incredibly difficult developmental burdens, and I'm not saying that this is easy, but I'm saying that it's a useful reaction. Like, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Complain about women?
Well, Mr. Peterson, there's an entire community on the internet that does just that, my friend.
It's best to look to yourself. Now and then you can, things have gone rotten in society, and you have to bear your responsibility. You have to address that at a social level and a communal level. But fundamentally, it's like, and you do so much less harm if you look to yourself first as the problem. But then believe me, you're plenty of problem for you. You're all the problem you need for you. That's for sure.
Well, guys, Jordan Peterson said it. Send him all your hate mail. I didn't say it. He said it. I've been saying it. I've been getting some hate for it, but he said it. So you guys got to take this up with Jordan Peterson. Apparently, he's the ultimate simp. Apparently, he's the ultimate beta. What else can you do but take responsibility and make the best choices you can to make yourself the best person you could be? What else is there to do? Right? And he has a famous quote, and I've referenced it before. Before you criticize the world, make sure your own house is in order. Clean your room. Right? And he goes on to say that I'm not a sociologist. I don't really critique society like that. I always bring it back to the individual, and I always work with the individual. This entire interview is fire, by the way. I made it through the whole thing, and that's in the last 20 minutes. So go give it a stream, give it a listen, leave Hafiz a comment that you came from over here, that you found it valuable. But let me know what y'all think about this, man. Jordan Peterson dropping bombs, or is he completely off his rocker?
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. I wanted to tell you about a free upcoming course I am putting together at mastermyhabits.com. When you sign up right now, you'll be the first to be notified about the course. And in the meantime, you'll immediately get access to a playlist going over my journey on how I went from addiction to freedom forming habits. So make sure to hit that link in the description. I'll see you on the next video.